Most people over 40 are dealing with the same handful of issues: lower back pain, stiff hips, rounded shoulders, and knees that just don't feel stable anymore. And here's the thing, these aren't inevitable parts of aging, they're the result of specific weaknesses and restrictions that build up over years of sitting, standing, and moving in limited patterns. And the good news, 7 targeted exercises can address about 90% of these problems. I'm going to walk you through each one, explain exactly what it's offering for your body, and show you how to progress it. Number 1, 5, and 7 are all critical for lower back pain, which is probably the reason why a lot of you are here. All right, let's get into it. Exercise 1, the couch stretch. This targets hip flexor tightness, which is the hidden driver behind a lot of lower back pain after 40. Here's what happens. You sit for hours every day, your hip flexors, the muscles at the front of your hips, adapt by getting shorter and getting tight. When you stand up, tight hip flexors pull your pelvis forward into an anterior pelvic tilt, and that anterior pelvic tilt forces your lower back into excessive extension, which is compressing your joints and discs, and that's your chronic lower back pain. The couch stretch fixes this by opening up the hip flexors and teaching your pelvis to tuck into a neutral position. Here's how to do it. Kneel with one knee down and then your shin against the wall, a couch, or something similar. Your other foot is forward in the lunge position, and now the key here is, instead of leaning forwards, focus on tucking your pelvis under, squeezing the glutes on the kneeling side, and if you can't get your pelvis to tuck, don't even worry about the wall or the chair yet. Just focus on a posterior pelvic tilt, feeling your lower back flatten and your hip flexors stretch at the front of your hip. With enough awareness, even I can get a floor position to a really high intensity. Hold for 60 to 90 seconds per side, and do this daily if you have chronic lower back pain. You'll notice the relief very quickly. All right, exercise 2, the passive hang. This one is a non-negotiable. There's literally research showing a direct correlation between grip strength and longevity. Put simply, the stronger your grip, the more likely you are to have a long, healthy life. And hanging is a very simple way to maintain that grip strength as you age. And it does more than that. After 40, you inevitably lose your overhead shoulder mobility because you're sitting hunched all day, and then your shoulders are rounding, and suddenly reaching overhead becomes quite hard or even painful. Hanging decompresses your spine, opens up your shoulder joint, and just keeps that overhead range accessible. Simply find a bar, rings, something similar, and just dead hang, relax with your arms fully extended. Just start where you're at, even if that's 10 seconds. Work your way up to 60 seconds in total, broken into sets. And do this every single day, and your shoulders will thank you. Okay guys, just want to stop you right there to let you know at the current time of filming this, I'm taking on clients to work direct one-to-one. So if you're looking for a program that's built specifically around you and how you move and adapts based on your progress with technique reviews and direct line to myself, then hit the link in the caption to learn more. All right, back to the video. Exercise 3, ring rows. The inevitable rounded upper back, aka thoracic kyphosis, is an epidemic for people after 40. Because of all that time you spent sitting at your desk, looking at your phone, your upper back rounds forward, your shoulders roll in, and this creates a bunch of shoulder problems, impingements, rotator cuff issues, neck pain, you name it. All because your upper back can't hold a proper position anymore. Ring rows directly strengthen the muscles that pull your shoulder blades back and down, your mid back, your rear delts, your rotator cuffs. Here's how to do it. Hold rings or a TRX, lean back, and then pull your hands towards your chest. The more vertical your body, the easier it is, and the more horizontal, the harder. I'd recommend starting around 45 degrees. Focus on really squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top of each rep. Keep your core nice and tight and keep your body in a straight line. I'd say do around 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 times a week. And as you get stronger, walk your feet forwards into that more horizontal position. This will progressively load the movement. Fix your upper back posture and you'll fix many of your shoulder problems. Exercise 4, single leg elevated squat. Knee pain after 40 is something we're either very familiar with ourselves or we've heard our parents complain about endlessly. And here's what's usually happening. It's not always the knee itself that's the problem. It's limited stability around the hip and the ankle that forces the knee to compensate. Your knee essentially gets caught in the middle, tracking poorly and taking stress that it just shouldn't have to handle. Add to that a weak inner quad muscle that should be stabilizing your kneecap, and you've got a recipe for knee pain. The single leg elevated squat solves this by strengthening the entire chain. It builds stability so your femur stays controlled. It forces your ankle to work through deep dorsiflexion, and it directly targets the VMO, this muscle that helps your kneecap track properly. The setup, we want to stand on a box or a bench with one leg, and then the other leg is hanging off the edge. Slowly lower yourself down by bending that standing leg, trying to lightly tap the foot to the floor. As you lower, really focus on driving the knee forwards over the toes, creating that ankle dorsiflexion. This is critical for knee health and proper squat mechanics. Keep your torso nice and upright and your knee tracking over your second toe. Tap the floor lightly lightly with your opposite foot and then drive back up through your heel. You can use a yoga block or something similar as a target and try and lower that target as you build confidence and strength. You want to start with body weight, around 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps per leg, and when that's easy, you can hold a dumbbell or kettlebell at your chest. Progress the load over time. Exercise 5, low plank. This is critical for lower back health. Most people's lower back pain isn't just about tight hip flexors, it's also about a weak, unresponsive core that just isn't stabilizing the spine properly. The low plank teaches your core to activate properly, and more importantly, it teaches a posterior pelvic tilt and proper pelvic floor engagement. Here's how to do it. We want to start with forearms on the ground, body in a straight line from head to heels, and now actively tuck your pelvis under, like you're trying to bring your pubic bone towards your rib cage. Really squeeze your glutes, brace your abs nice and hard, and you should really feel your lower back flattening and your entire core working as one unit. And this is what protects your spine during movement. Hold for 30 to 60 seconds and focus on quality over time. So if your form breaks and your back starts to sag, you're done. Do this 3 to 4 times per week and your core will get stronger, your lower back will feel more supported, and your movement will feel far more stable. Exercise 6, Cossack squat. After 40, most people lose all their lateral movement capacity. You only move forward and back, but side to side, nothing. And that is a problem because life doesn't happen in one plane. You step sideways, you twist, and you move laterally. And if you have no strength or mobility there, you're one awkward step away from a groin pull or a knee injury. The Cossack squat builds lateral strength and inner thigh flexibility at the same time. Here's how. Start with a nice wide stance and then shift your weight to one side and sink into a deep squat on that one leg while keeping the other leg straight, foot flat on the ground. Your hips should be sinking low, your groin is getting a nice deep stretch on the straight leg, and then your working leg is building strength through full range of motion. Stand back up to center and switch sides. That's 1 rep. Start with body weight, 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps. When that's comfortable, hold a light weight at your chest, progress. This will make your hips feel more mobile, your inner thighs stronger, and your movement more resilient in all directions. Okay, last one, exercise 7, the Superman. Your lower back needs direct strength work, not just working around it. We want to directly strengthen through extension. After 40, your spinal erectors, the muscles that run along the spine, get weak from disuse. Especially if you spend a lot of time working at a desk, you'll be in spinal flexion, so those muscles never have to work. You'll then bend over to pick something up, and suddenly your lower back is asked to support load that it's not prepared for. And that's when the back goes out. The Superman builds direct lower back strength in a safe, controlled way. The setup, lie face down on the ground, arms in a cactus shape, 2 90-degree angles, lift your chest and legs off the floor, squeezing your glutes and lower back. We want to hold for about 30 seconds. That's 1 set. We want to do about 2 to 3 sets of this, and when you're ready, you can progress to straight arms. Your lower back will get stronger, more resilient, and far less likely to give out when you need it. So there they are, 7 exercises that address the most common problems after 40. If you have tight hip flexors and lower back pain, we want to do a couch stretch. If you have a weak grip and shoulder mobility, we're going to do a passive hang. If you have a rounded upper back, ring rows. If you have knee instability, we're going to do a single leg elevated squat. If you have a weak core and lower back, we're going to go to the low plank. No lateral strength or mobility, Cossack squat. Weak lower back, Superman. Do these consistently 2 to 3 times per week, and you feel stronger, more mobile, and far more capable than most people your age. And if you want a structured program that builds all of this into a complete system with proper progressions and coaching, check the link below for Sante Moves. I specialize in helping professionals over 40 build bodies that move well and last. Okay guys, now pick 2 to 3 of these exercises and start today, and let me know which one makes the biggest difference for you in the comments.